bothering us.
Well, I'm censoring him. I'm censoring him. Censoring him. And you don't know how perspective works, whereas I do.
Oh, really? In an orthographic view, do we have angular representations in your Earth curve calculator with its orthographic view?
No. You see in a perspective view.
Scared to tell me why you're detailing something that we don't see? Are you scared to tell me?
Oh, she's gone now. So here we go. I'm going to try it again. You see in a perspective view. You see in a perspective view, but you can calculate what that is.
I couldn't give up. That's abstract. We're interested in physics. You seem to be suffering for the same problem as Sam Rye. Go to a maths forum. We're not interested in this abstract orthographic view. We don't see that.
You need to understand this to work out how perspective works, and you don't know how perspective works, whereas I do.
Oh, really? In an orthographic view, do we have angular representations in your Earth curve calculator with its orthographic view?
No.
So why would you assert that we need orthographic view to understand perspective?
Because the orthographic view has the information in it to give you the perspective view.
Sorry, perspective would be angular size reduction at distance, and as I asked originally and you seem to cause distraction over, that isn't accounted for in your maths. The feet and inches value does not change with distance.
The feet and inches size of the beam changes with distance. That's what we...
Beam? We're talking about your Earth curve calculator and pictures. Seems you've got a little do-si-do with this beam going on. Why would it be that you're ignoring my factual statement that Earth curve calculators have hijacked perspective by way of using feet and inches values that do not change with distance?
You were talking about the beam, and now you want to change that. I'm happy to do that.
Excellent.
So if you want to start talking about how an orthographic view gives you a perspective view...
No, it doesn't. There's no angular size change in orthographic view.
Oh, God. You see, it's just...
Yeah, plead to God. Plead to God while I point out that, number one, as you've not addressed it, we don't see in orthographic view. Number two, there is no perspective in orthographic view.
He will no doubt have muted us now.
Sorry, are you telling me that I'm muting you while you talk through me?
No, I was in the middle of giving an answer, then you decided to overtalk and censor me.
So I was censoring you while I point out the same thing for the third time, that your orthographic view does not have perspective in it. And for the same reason I gave originally, and now it seems we're into the same tactic as originally used when you caused chaos. So you're going to ignore this point. No, Earth curve, which is orthographic view, uses feet and inches. And they don't represent perspective because they don't change with distance. Maybe while you're muting me for Discord, you'd like to bleat about this annihilation of Earth curve maths that definitely doesn't account for perspective.
Yeah, but he can't hear you. He can't hear you, and you're bothering us.
Well, I'm censoring him. I'm censoring him.
I knew he was censoring me, ladies and gentlemen. You see, that's the problem here. He's got to censor me. Because when I point out that his Earth curve maths definitely doesn't account for perspective, and that's how we do see things, and he tells my audience that we do see in an orthographic view, only to deny it 30 seconds later and claim that the way we see in perspective is needing accounting for in a view that doesn't have perspective. You can be damn sure that he's going to censor me and then tell the audience I'm censoring him. That's what happens when you debunk a globe Earth belief. They project their censorship of it straight back onto you.
Yeah, it was pretty pathetic. He literally told us you need to calculate a view that nobody has in order to understand what's going on in a view that everybody has. What?
Yeah.
Nathan, try and get him to address the reflection underneath in any format he wants. Let's just hear his explanation.
He's been avoiding it throughout the whole show.
No, I haven't. I was interrupted by Nathan. I'm censoring him.
He's just going to project everything he's then done in the last half hour onto me like it's all my fault that I've debunked sphere Earth geometry. It's all my fault that I've pointed out that orthographic view as used in Earth curve maths hijacks perspective by way of keeping everything in a feet and inches value that doesn't change with distance. Really, as he talks through me constantly, it's my fault that him talking through me is required so that the audience, or in this case, or in reality, just Discord, doesn't hear me debunking Earth curve geometry.
I'm censoring him.
And its lack of perspective, by way of feet and inches that don't change with distance, the original question. And the original question cropped up because he started accounting for beam divergence with feet and inches that don't change with distance.
I'm censoring him.
But yet detailing the distance that we're going to have the changeover and the feet and inches value that is going to change. So that's where we started. That's the summary of where he had to cause the chaos. And the reason is because I'm debunking Earth curve. That's why.
Sorry, Rams, I didn't get that. I'm censoring him. I'm censoring him.
Take a breath,
Rumpus,
mate.
you need to practice stoicism. Then.
I'll just explain to you how Thrash Nathan and this debate with Stephen McCrane. He's never been out in the
You
debate
don't
since.
need to commentate. We don't need your commentary.
He does. He needs to add on me, right?
Rumpus, why don't you just try to address the actual point that you just told all of us that we need orthographic view that nobody has. You said nobody sees like that, but we need that to calculate what's going on in perspective.
Right. Imagine this then, whoever it is, it's chocolate or something. Imagine you've got 3 observers. How would you draw that diagram with 3 observers in it?
Who cares? We're not going to be looking through each other's eyes simultaneously. We've all got one point, but he needs to take it 90 degrees side on with a third observer. That isn't going to be the view that we're going to be studying, because the view we're going to be studying is going to have perspective like photographs do. And the view he's going to use is 90 degrees side on with feet and inches values being attributed so that the items being viewed in the actual picture don't have perspective applied. Because that's how Earth curve has hijacked this effect of perspective, things reducing in angular size. They've just given things feet and inches values that don't change with distance and given you a third person view that you're not seeing. So now he's going to say, well, how do we do it? Well, we introduce 3 people into the view. Well, I've only got one set of eyeballs.
So you see, I can't. He's addicted to pressing that button. He's so based in his bunker. He's so used to being able to press the mute button because he's never done a debate since I thrashed him.
What a fantastic rebuttal to the fact that you've now introduced 3 sets of eyeballs, which we can't achieve. So we're going to simultaneously see 3 perspectives. No, we're going to have a view of a photograph taken from a camera, which we don't see our own head in. But he's going to take it to a view which we do see the side of our own head. And then the thing on the right side of the page that we're looking at, apparently, when we see the side of our own head now, is going to have a feet and inches value that doesn't change with distance. That's perspective. So he's going to remove perspective by putting it in orthographic view. And as I point that out, he's going to fundy mute every word for Discord.
He's checking the YouTube and I'm censoring him.
See? That's what he's doing. I'm pointing it out again and again and again. Is he going to respond? I'm killing Earth curve. Nah, he's got nowhere to go from that. He can't say, yeah, well, it's completely justifiable that I put it in a view that doesn't have perspective. He's going to say, he's muting me.
But I can't.
Shut up.
Yes, I'm censoring him.